Sean is with us in Baton Rouge. Hey, Sean, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Thank you. I'm calling. I have a question about the baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
We're self-employed and we're trying to get on board with the baby steps. And I was just wondering, should we only have $1,000 being that we're self-employed for baby step one, or should we have more?
You're not making any money, are you?
Last 2019, the adjusted gross income was $188,000.
Okay, then why are you worried about only having $1,000 if you're making $20,000 a month?
I'm just trying to do the baby steps, and my husband,
I know, but I mean, you're making $20,000 a month. Why are you worried about having $1,000?
I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense to him. I'm like,
well, that's a common sense question for him.
Yeah.
You have $20,000 a month coming in. Why are you worried about only having $1,000? You got plenty of money coming in.
Okay.
I mean, if you had a major emergency, you would just twist, turn, and use that $20,000 and work it out, right?
Yeah. Because I'm like, I'm trying to get him to use the cash that we have on hand, and he's like, no, we need to keep this in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
So.
He's also the one that got you into debt.
Yeah.
So his best plans aren't real good ones.
Right. Okay, so I'll let him know. $1,000.
Hey, Sean, I got a great thing for you. You know, because we do this not just on radio stations all around the country, but we're on YouTube, you can actually take him to this moment, rewind, and let him just watch it for himself.
Yeah. So how much debt have y'all got? How much debt have y'all got, honey?
Between the business and personal, we have like $229,000.
What's on the business?
The business is $110,000. That's lines of credit and a PPL loan.
Ooh. Okay, and what's the personal?
The personal is $117,000, but that doesn't include the mortgage, and it's a vehicle, a HELOC loan, the IRS, and a student loan.
How much do you owe the IRS?
$12,000.
Okay. And what kind of net profit are you making on this $188,000? What'd you pay taxes on?
That's what we paid. Now the business brought in $950,000.
Oh, that's your actual profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. How long have you guys been running this business?
9 years.
Okay. All right. Well, this is I started our business on a card table in my living room, and we coach businesses through our Entree Leadership brand all over America and have for decades. And I can tell you what's happening here, okay? Just by the information that you've given me. And this is not, I was kind of poking fun and being sarcastic a while ago, but now I'm concerned. Now I'm a little bit concerned, okay? You have IRS debt. You're making clear close to $20,000 a month, and you're so discombobulated and confused, and there's so much chaos, so little organization, your accounting system sucks, that you still feel out of control. And this business, it has grown so much bigger than your ability to manage it.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like you feel like you've gotten in a real powerful car and you just learned how to drive.
Yeah.
I can hear it. I can tell. I can feel the numbers.
I'm telling you, I'm
doing.
just like, what am I supposed to be doing here?
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you a copy of our book, Entree Leadership, on how to run a business. It's our playbook on how we've run our business. It's not going to give you all the information you need, though. You need to get with a different person than you've been using to keep your books.
Okay.
How many employees do you have?
None. It's just we just have subs. It's a home maintenance and remodeling business, so we don't have any employees. We're 1099 in the subs.
Okay. Here's a book for you to pick up too. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 assignments that are going to help you with this, because you're classic. You have become very successful, and your success is going to be your doom, is how it feels. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm so proud of you. You've done so well, you and your husband.
Thank you.
This is it's a great success story, but your lack of systems and your lack of accounting is classic in your world. Because your husband is a guy that can fix anything. He knows how to do any kind of construction project and get it done, and he knows how to run the subs.
Right.
but he hasn't ever learned, and I had to do the same thing, and everybody that's in business had to learn to do the same thing. You've got to learn to run the business side of the business. The second book is called The E-Myth, E-Myth by Gerber.
Okay.
By Gerber, Gerber. And Michael Gerber says in that book that you have to learn to work on your business, not just in your business.
Right.
And you guys have been working in the business and growing it up, but you've never stepped back and put the accounting systems in place to control the flow of the money, because you've got enough money to clean this mess up really, really fast when you get it efficiently managed. That's how I can tell. That's how I can tell there's a bunch of chaos.
Yeah.
And you need to start job costing each one of these jobs separately, and that probably involves an estimating package, a good estimating package with a good accounting software. And so the third assignment, I'm going to give you 2 books and an assignment. Read those 2 books, okay? Kelly, if we've got E-Myth, just ship it to her. If we don't, just ship her the information on how to get an E-Myth book. But anyway. Then if you go to DaveRamsey.com and click on Tax ELP and find one in your area there in Baton Rouge that helps with bookkeeping, and have them come in, not to fix it all, but to start to teach you and your husband how to do an accounting system properly run that will help you get control of this. Because this money, you're trying to I did this for years, and I'm not making fun of you, okay? Because I've done the exact same thing. I tried to out-earn my stupidity.
Right.
I tried to work hard enough, make so much money that it overcame my lack of systems and my lack of accounting prowess and my lack of other things. And you run too big a business now to not increase your sophistication. It leaves you vulnerable to failure, that you don't need to feel the stress that you're feeling.
I know.
You're making a lot of money and you're working your butt off, and you could have a lot more peace than you have right now. So you desperately need someone in the accounting world to come in and go, okay, here's what job costing looks like, here's what cash management looks like, here's what an accounting system looks like, and whoever's been doing it before has not been cutting it, so they're gone. You got to fire them. And you may need to hire someone as a full-time bookkeeper, miniature CFO, whatever we want to call it, controller. Probably $60,000, $70,000 a year. You could put somebody on as a controller that could jerk a knot in his tail pretty quick and get it all straightened out and give you half your life back. And you'd make more money as a result of hiring them than they cost you.
That's right. They're spinning plates right now, and they got to get some simplicity. That feels very complex. Their business is fairly simple, but I think it's got all these moving parts. And what you're saying is right. Once they simplify and get a really good system, game changer. Now they know what to do with the money. Now we can work the baby steps and pay this debt off.
Because the beauty of this is Sean's husband is really, really good at making money.
That's a fantastic.
It's a great business
to
be in, number one. Number two, he's proven that he's good at making it. The problem is that the thing's going to, if you're not careful, it becomes very unstable, like a house of cards, and it'll fall in on you.
That's right.
Because of all the chaos. And the IRS hadn't been paid.
Yep.
We've got all these other bills that hadn't been paid off, and we make plenty of money to pay them all off.
Right.
You could clear it in no time.
That's right.
And that's why he's reaching and saying, I need more money in the savings instead of $1,000.
Sure, they feel it.
Yeah. He needs that pad because he has all this volatility going on, and all of that can go away with some systems and some processes in the accounting world, and it's really not rocket science. It's stuff you could do on a yellow pad if you knew how to do it. It's really not that hard, but you just got to have someone teach you and say, this is how this works, and this is what, you got to get this in control, and then let's lay out some cash flow priorities, and let's begin to clear these debts up. You could clear them up very, very rapidly. Yes. You could be completely debt-free in your world in about 2 years, 100% debt-free in 2 years. Would that be wild? That'd be wild.